Hello, all you beautiful people. This is Intentional Healing, and I am Nicole Bridger. I am in a different location than usual. My son and I are traveling around surfing for the next 2 weeks while he's off of school. So I hope you don't mind the change in location. You might be able to hear the ocean roaring behind me, but I tried filming it with the ocean and it was just too loud for you guys, so I had to switch. So today I want to talk about imposter, the imposter syndrome. It's something that shows up for so many of us, and something that we kind of all go through at some point in our lives. That voice that says, who the hell do you think you are to do this? That doubts you. And just kind of keeps you small. So like always, before we begin, just take a deep breath and allow yourself for these next few minutes to just be here. Whatever is calling your attention will still be there when we're done. So why the imposter syndrome came up is that I'm teaching an incredible 3-month course right now with these beautiful women who already did my 1-month course and then wanted more. So I've created a 3-month course for them, and it's given them time to really do that deeper healing and to truly step into who they want and are. And as we begin to wake up and feel that sort of nudge or calling to something, and you may even find yourself wanting to leave a job that you've been in for a long time, perhaps something more conventional, and you're feeling the urge to step into something a lot less conventional. And often, as we are stepping into more of who we are, there is that voice that that's afraid, that says, who the hell do you think you are? There's already so many people doing this. Why do you think you can do it? Oh, she's definitely doing it better. You'll never be that good. It's just too late. I'm too old. Too old to change my way, change my career, my path. It's too late for me. So if any of these kind of voices are popping in for you, and your voices will have their own unique thing that they're saying, what do we do with this? So the first thing is to allow yourself to go into that feeling. Allow yourself to really think and write out on a piece of paper what that voice is saying. What is it really afraid of? Allow yourself to sink into that feeling. You're going to feel it in your throat, clenching, or your chest in a kind of panic, or a kind of kick in your tummy, a nauseous feeling. Wherever it's showing up, just allow your attention to go in there and keep breathing. And ask yourself, what is it that I'm really afraid of? What is it that this voice is trying to protect me from? Because this voice is trying to keep you safe. It's afraid of stepping out, of being seen. Perhaps there's a part of you that learned that it's not safe to be different than others. It's not safe to stand out from the crowd. Maybe there was a part of you that learned, I can't trust my inner voice. Somebody else has always made the decisions for me. How can I move from a set path, a tried and true path, one that I know will work out, one where I feel a sense of control? And how am I supposed to go in and just trust myself? Can that even exist? Perhaps even it's an excuse to not even try. There's that part of you that has convinced yourself it's not even worth trying. Because there's so many people doing it, she's doing it better, I won't be able to make enough money doing that, I'm not good enough, I don't have the years of experience. You have already convinced yourself. And it's almost easier to hold on to those excuses than to actually heal this and step out. That part of you is afraid, and it wants to stay small and stay safe and keep going the way that you have been going your whole life. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that if you're desiring a different life, a different experience of your life, then continuing to show up the way you always have is not going to change anything. So if your mind is saying it's not safe, you cannot argue with this part of your mind. You cannot try to convince it otherwise. That just doesn't work. In fact, if you try to argue with it, it almost grips on tighter. It holds on tighter and wants to convince you even more of why this isn't safe. But your soul wants you to shine, wants you to step into your purpose of this lifetime. And your soul is trying to reach you. It's reaching you through emotions, through messages. It's sending you nudges of inspiration. Your soul is actually trying to talk to you. To be inspired is to be in spirit. So when you're feeling inspired about something, lean into it and see what it's about. And it may eventually guide you to where it is that you need to go. There's a part of you that perhaps is afraid of the unknown. If we step into this and listen to our soul selves, there's no promise, because there is no promise in life. Even if we're all controlled, doing all the things that we, are supposed to, following the path that our parents want us to, or whoever it is that you're trying to be good for, even if it's just for yourself. There is never any promise, and that control gives you a false sense of security. So as you listen to your soul trying to talk to you, and you feel this part of you that's terrified of stepping out, you've written down all the things that voice says, and you take a deep breath and you allow yourself to listen. And you say, I hear you. I hear you, and I know how terrified you are. And I know that you have been working so hard my whole life to keep me safe. This part of you feels like doing anything different than how you normally have shown up in life is like sacrificing yourself. It's just not even safe for survival. That's that fight or flight part in your brain. So to calm that sympathetic nervous system, you just take a deep breath and you say, I hear you. Thank you. Thank you for always trying to keep me safe. But it is safe now for me to listen. Listen to my soul self. As you begin to do that, when that voice shows up, you begin to embody more of that feeling instead of reactively coming from that fear place in your mind. And a fun kind of exercise that I call borrowing traits, and I know Esther Hicks also talks about this, she gives it a different title, like workshopping, but I'll explain it in a way that that I use it, is when you see somebody that you want to be like a little bit in some specific way, whether it's a career they have, or even something aesthetic or family or financial abundance or anything that you wish that you had more of, that fear-based part of you that is coming from a place of lack and not believing that there's enough for everybody is going to feel like she has it so I can't. And you'll feel feelings of jealousy or anger rise up, and those feelings rise up only because they're telling you it's time to shift this, that you are holding on to beliefs that are not true to your soul self. So instead, when you see someone with a trait that you like, borrow it. Allow yourself to imagine what it would feel like to also have that trait in your own unique way. Take the parts of it that you really like and try it on and think to yourself, what would I need to believe is true in order to allow these traits to come into my life? What beliefs do I need to let go of that are keeping me from realizing this that I desire? Because those fears are like blocks. There's something that we want, and that fear says, who the hell do you think you are? And it literally creates a wall so that you desire cannot even come to you. And then we become like prisoners in these walls that we have created. They're like walls of beliefs. So allow yourself to imagine what it would feel like to feel good, to feel inspired, to lift up your vibration. Because what you need to do is lift up your vibration to be in alignment to what you want. But instead, we allow these negative thoughts to lower our vibration so that we desire cannot even come into our lives. So I hope this has been helpful for you guys as you are also awakening, as you are also beginning to listen to your true self, to your divine self that's nudging you, inspiring you, wanting you to go into a certain direction, so that you can begin to heal that part of you, and not just conceptually, because it's easy for us to conceptually go, okay, I really want this thing, but I cannot help it. There's this part of me that just won't let me go for it. It's just terrified. And then I end up self-sabotaging myself. And I hope that this helps you to be able to see where that is coming from and heal it, not just conceptually, where we keep it in our minds and we end up arguing with it and getting annoyed that we even have it there, and to move it into your body where you actually feel it and begin to really believe it with your whole self, so that you can begin navigating your life from that place. Because of course you deserve it. You wouldn't be getting these inspirations if they weren't from a divine place. The divine wants you to step into your purpose. That's what you came here to do. And begin looking around yourself at all the incredible examples of abundance, that there's more than enough to go around. So thank you so much for this time together. It's always such an honor. And please reach out. My Instagram is Nicole Bridger. My website, NicoleBridger.com. Please let me know your thoughts or questions, and have a blessed day. Thank you.